a todo el mundo, bienvenidos, ¿cómo están? Hello, hello, hello. Sorry for the slight delay. My tablet decided to act weird at the last second and I had to reinstall the drivers, but we're here! Hello! How are you doing? Welcome, Logan, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Hot Buns, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Leo, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Chocobo, welcome! Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. I don't see you here quite often, so it's an event. Rancor, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Lydia, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Nix, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Alex, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Forager, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Nirwanda, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome, welcome. Did I say second hellos to people? I think I might have. I think they may have been a lot of second hellos. Tiny, I know. I was writing because it took me a while to make my final decision on the 3 suggestions that Rancor threw. But I cannot resist a tiny Ellie, too small to pick up the pen that wants to draw. That's so cute. I just can't resist that. You know, I just cannot resist that. Ellie has returned to us. I have indeed. I have indeed. I'm sorry for the delay. And I'm sorry for the message. I just did not realize that it was still there since last week. It was never my intent to like make you believe that it wasn't gonna happen today. It just was. I just didn't realize until it was too late and people had already freaked out about it. I apologize. Beautiful crunch. Where do I have the other 3 tabs of Ellie? Woof. Listen, I also have 200 tabs. I getcha. We need to do better. We need to do better. We need to close half our tabs by... How about half our tabs by end of month? Does that sound really realistic? Does that sound achievable? Not to me. To me, that sounds like way too much of an ask, but I would like to try. You know what? How about by end of month, I want to have 3 less tabs. I think that would be a victory. I think I would take that as a victory personally. Happy to see you, Ellie. Happy you're here. Welcome back, Snake. Feeling better from Tuesday? I did a little, about half an hour of grinding Silk Song since Tuesday. So the Rosary account, the Rosary bank account is definitely feeling better. We're back to 12 heavy necklaces. Not heavy necklaces, necklaces. Some classic Snake bullying in chat. Is that your suggestion, request, or is that just a statement of what you see in the chat today, right now? If I can wish to add a petition since I couldn't come last stream, reverse Lamia Ellie. You're gonna regret that one. You are going to regret that one because there is nothing identifiable about my quote-unquote legs that I don't even have. There's nothing identifiable there. So you're gonna it's not even gonna feel like it's me. Requesting Mage Elyssia doing the post / expression of the counterspell MTG. Okay. Mage Elyssia. Counterspell MTG card. Lots of reference will have to be got today. I'm gonna take only a couple more requests because there's absolutely no way I finish the requests here. There is absolutely no way that I finish these requests today. She hasn't touched her tablet since last year. She's rusty, guys. Hope you understand her lack of skills. I have touched it this year. It is true that it's been a little bit difficult for me to pick it up. I'm trying to finish 2 specific pieces of art, but I have touched it this year. That much I promise. And when you see the one that I've been drawing, I hope you're gonna like it as much as I'm liking it. The old one with the red-haired dude, it does not have to be exactly the same perspective. Okay. Red-head dude. 3 rises tall Ellie. 3 rise tall Ellie. Let's make it size accurate. Like that-ish? That-ish. About 3 rises tall. I'll do it. I have 3 options, pick whichever you like. Chibi Ellie with a shocked face staring at 3 giant rice. That can be the same as this. We can make it the same prompt. We can make it the same prompt. Ellie with a shocked face, Chibi Ellie wrapped around a shiny gem, a snake shifter staring at the glorious Elyssia. Or the Elyssia itself. What do you mean Elyssia? Do you mean like the Mona Lisa? Because I think that would be cool. Mona Lisa Ellie Snake Shifter Aghast. Do I know how to use that word? You tell me. You tell me. Plops down 1 dot and calls it finished. What, the piece that I've been trying to finish? No, it's missing the things that I hate the most doing. Shading of the skirt, shading of the hair. I still haven't finished the gold. I figured out you can make an entire floor of the room out of snake shifters. They are very versatile. Snake shifter food, noodle base, snake shifter pet. Now snake shifter floors, holy shit. You are committed to the snake shifters in that game. That game should be recalled. What's the name of it? Tomodachi Life? It should be called Snake Shifter Life. At the pace you're taking it. Copy pasted that from a notepad and hadn't realized it was a jumbled mess. Wanna fix it now? 200 rookie numbers. 200 what? I told you like a week ago about the message and how I could still see the stream. But a week ago is too much. A week ago is too long ago. A week ago is way too long. Never. Well, I would like to reduce my tabs. I don't know about you. I would like to. Having to round half our tabs up to 1 and closing the stream? Me with 3 tabs? I admire you. You are much stronger than I am in so many ways, but in that one specifically, you are so much stronger than I can be. And more meant, are you still feeling sickness coming out? But sure, that too. It was a week ago that I felt wrong. Not this week. A week and a half ago because it was a Monday. If it's alright, requesting a sketch of Ellie playing a small handheld harp is, if possible. Just like a peaceful little performance. Okay. Ellie playing hand-sized harp. Peaceful. I gotta not take any more requests. My typos have been so bad this last week. Yeah. Check hot water vapor. I'll do it right away. Let me finish the chat. Let me get to the bottom of the chat and stop taking requests. Small Ellie in wizard clothes with the staff just waving around, making cute whoosh noises. Small mage Ellie from #general English lobby, because I know exactly what you're talking about. I request you stop taking requests starting here. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's the last one. Elyssia Citrus and all her fans. See, that was the last one. That was the last. Want us to say more suggestions for next time if you got enough already? I mean, I'm probably not gonna finish all these, so... Your dropline girl chewing on Ellie's tail. To be honest, I didn't keep up with those streams. She's gone. She's dead. She's not dead, but she's gone. You're accepting more suggestions. Power Rangers, Sentai Ellie Rangers. That's way too much. I think I'm not taking more. I think I'm really not taking more. I'm gonna take any that I actually really like, but this is too much already. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna draw a line here, and I'm gonna take a couple more. Orange, Elyssia, and all her fans. I do not care enough to write that. Power Rangers, Ellie. I assume that's what you mean when you say Super Sentai. I think it's the same thing, right? Power Rangers, Sentai Ellie. Yeah, okay. I was going to find an accurate image of a rice grain, stack it atop itself twice, and zoom all the way in to draw pixel by pixel. Between Mona Lisa's eyebrows and Ellie's nose, we're slowly assembling Slenderman. Oh, yeah! 200 tabs, Ellie. Oh, yeah, I don't know how many I have. I threw a number. I really threw a number. 404, Himono found. Welcome, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I haven't seen you in a bit. Can you draw my life into shape? I wish I could, buddy. I wish I had the power to do that. The T-Rex style Ellie wasn't meant to be a prompt. It was a joke. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. I've actually reduced my total tabs to under 5. Oh, that's awesome. I admire you. Was that not last stream? Time sleeping by heroically again. No. It was like a week and a half ago. What about Draw Ellie? But the post has to be of the 5th magazine cover you see when searching up mid-2000 magazine cover. But you and I are not gonna get the same results. I mean, could be fun. Mid-2000 magazine cover Ellie. That could be fun. 5th result. And we'll see what I get. And we'll see what you get. It's probably not gonna be the same thing, but it should be generic enough, right? A group photo of Ellie, Lena, and Yomi, but they're all invisible. Here. Request granted. Boom. Look at this. It's a Polaroid. Ellie, Lena, Yomi. Didn't we come out super cute in that photo? Wow! What a great Polaroid! First request done! Got to later in the stream when Ellie's questioning what the long line means and questioning what past Ellie was thinking, probably. Mermaid Elyssia, we actually have gotten that one in one of the previous requests. Not when Ellie has a Power Rangers Sentai, the full color team. Yeah, which is why I'm not sure that we're gonna get to it. It's like really long. Gotta sleep, have a fun stream. See you next time. Goodbye, 404. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope that you sleep very well and that you wake up feeling well rested. T-Rex is tall. Don't worry, it's still there. It's still there. Requesting a sketch list of every people that have been requested. Oh wait, you already made it. Thank you. There, boom. 2 requests already done. It's exactly how I pictured it in my mind. You're welcome. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm glad that you enjoy it. There, that's the first request. Boom. Done. God only knows how many tabs I still have open. All I know is that it's definitely way too many. Same. I mean, genuinely same. I'm gonna cut that one, make it its own. And that is legitimately like the first request granted. We're not taking more. We're not taking more. Not anymore, okay? We're done. My coworkers will judge your fashion sense on some drawings. Oi! I mean, I'm confident. I don't fear your judgment. I'm sure they'll say that it's good fashion. I'm not nervous about what they think about my fashion style or whatever. I'm not crying, you are! Please don't tell me if they think bad things. Please don't tell me. I can't believe you all blinked at the same time in the photo. Yeah, we're clumsy like that. We are clumsy like that, man. Ellie beating Hornet to a pulp. I don't want to draw that. Should have drawn a photo of you 3, but you're stuck in a dark cave after losing your sword sunlight. invisible. I do not know that that would count as invisible, actually. First of all, Lydia, thank you so much for the gift. Now, I'm gonna tell you exactly what. First of all, thank you. Second of all, I know that you just got it because of the title of the game. It's a game called Hold the Mine. I know you literally only got it because of the title. Funnily enough, though, I did try this demo, and I didn't put it on my wishlist because I felt like I'm very strict with the kind of things that I would be willing to spend my money on. If I feel like, oh, it's good, it's fun, but it's like, this other game that does the same thing, I would probably end up enjoying more for the price, blah, 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 blah. So it's really funny that you grabbed me this one, because I almost put it in my wishlist. I really did enjoy it. I played the demo, and I really did enjoy it. If you enjoy it, keep it. You sure? Okay, I'm gonna accept it because I actually really liked the demo, and I didn't put it in my wishlist because I'm really strict with. I know the girl who has like 300 things in her wishlist is saying that she's really strict. When you know how many demos I actually try per year, you'll see. I think this year I'm at about 12% wishlist proportion. I have a graph. I have an automated graph. I tried demos, I log them into my document, and it's an Excel document, and it has a graph. And at the end of the year, I can see how many demos I tried, how many of them I wishlisted, and what's the percentage of things that I wishlisted in comparison to how many I tried. And it makes me feel better about my wishlist being so long, because at the end of the day, I was having a lot of self-control, actually. So thank you! I thank you so much. Thank you. You actually got her to accept it. Teaches your art. It's called, it's a game that I actually wanted to play. That I actually really enjoyed the demo of. Okay, so Polaroid done. Let's get started because I have very little time. Piedradina as Glinda. I cannot believe I'm starting with fucking Piedradina. That's gonna take a half hour off of the stream. Let me get the girl in a bubble, the big shiny bubble. Do I want the Broadway Glinda? The old-timey Wizard of Oz Glinda? Do I want the movie Glinda? I'm stressed. Which Glinda did you want? Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go to a different request. You're gonna tell me what Glinda you want. You have to choose. You have information about Glinda. You get to choose which of her outfits. Thank goodness Glinda, Dancing Through Life Glinda, Glinda at Chase University, Glinda from the old Wizard of Oz. You get to choose. Mieli loves her new Snake Shifter Fill floor. She says she always wanted a room like this. I'm glad that Mieli's having such a good life. Okay, I'm gonna do Reverse Lamia because that's gonna be quite easy actually. Reverse Lamia Ellie. First, I'm gonna draw like a full human base. I'm gonna draw like a full human base first. So that it's easier to handle the feet, you know? And then we are going to erase the entire top of it. Oh god, feet be difficult. You're supposed to do a triangle, and I guess the the feet are like a little oval. Right, something like this. Something like that. And now we delete. We delete all of this. Oh my god! Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Hey, Michi. Why are you doing that? Why are you treating me like a cat? Why are you treating me like a cat? First we start doing a person, then we erase everything, then we make the drawing. There's a reason why I'm drawing the person. It's logical. Hey, that is welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hydrate check. Thank you. Thank you for your hydrate. Tell a game that you have on your wishlist that you want. I mean, my wishlist is in order of how the things that I want most are at the very top. And I think I've said this a couple of times. I'm not entirely sure when's the last time I said it, but I do keep my wishlist fairly updated with the things that I want most. Because most of my family and friends, if they want to give me something on occasions like my birthday, Christmas, whatever, they do know that I'm very low. I'm a very low desire person as far as like physical things. I don't quite care for buying a lot of objects. I don't have space to store a lot of objects anyways, you know? So I always think twice before buying physical things. So people in my life know that it's safer to gift me a game. So I always keep my my wish list organized by the priority of whatever I want to play the most. So there's that. There's always that. This is a sketch request stream. You're not supposed to be cleaning the drawing that much. Being me is so annoying, guys. She never stops. She never stops. This bitch never stops doing the wrong priority things. She cannot keep her priorities in check. She's so annoying. Okay, what do I do to make it recognizably me when I don't even know what my legs would look like because I still haven't got any? First, I'm gonna make it I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Ellie, you're not gonna say what you were about to say. You're not gonna say that. First, I'm gonna make it dogs out. And if that's what I'm okay with saying, you can assume what the other thing was. Second, I'm gonna make it so that my tail accessory is present. I feel like that's probably like the thing that would make it the most recognizable, maybe? Because like this is a sketch. I'm not gonna paint the toenails. You can imagine that the toenails are like the right colors, I guess. We're gonna put the tail accessory here as like a leg accessory. And maybe that carries it. Woo! Ellie, you're taking too long. You're taking way too long with one request. You gotta be a little faster. Okay. Oh god, this accessory is significantly more complex than that, right? Oh god, let me look at my own tail. Let me look at my own tails for a second. Yep, it's significantly more complicated. Why do I do this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself? Look at my reflection in the VTube studio. Uh-huh. And like that. And there's absolutely no way that's how it was, but... I mean, that's kind of how it is. That's kind of how it is, and it's gonna have to do because of the reduced amount of space that we have. You know, tail is bigger than foot, ankle stuff. And there we go. That's the Ellie legs, I guess. Something that is gonna be recognizable. The skirt. Skirt is the same skirt, thankfully. Thankfully, we still have the same skirt. Okay, so there's that. We can put the accessories here. We can put this accessory here. This thing. Now we delete this part of the legs. Now we add this. And we add this. All right. And now, and now the part that you're really gonna regret. And now the part that you're actually going to regret. You're long. I'm long? You're saying I'm long? Anyways, Nako10, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I can't find your Twitch channel. That's because I do not have a Twitch channel. I mean, I do have a Twitch channel that I use for watching things on Twitch, but I don't stream on Twitch quite yet. My intention is at some point this year probably start multi-streaming, but that hasn't happened quite yet. So for now, this is where we are. This is where we are. Have you made a reverse Ellie smile before? What do you mean a reverse Ellie? What do you mean a reverse Ellie? What about the Ruby Glinda? But that's not Glinda, and that's not what Officer meant. I leave that one up to you. I only know the Broadway one and the Cookie one, which is the movie one. So I guess I'll do the Broadway Glinda because it's blue and Lena's blue. So only one drawing in the entire stream. Let's go. No, at least two. At least two. How to draw snake? Step 1, draw a human. Step 2, close the tabs. But it's only half a snake. The other half is a human. So you see, the human part is a little bit harder. More complex, rather. So that has to happen first. Haven't drawn a snake in a bit. Give me a second. Trying to get the shapes better. This head is probably too big, isn't it? We need to reduce the head. That makes more sense. Okay. That's a better size. That's a better size. Are you regretting your prompt yet? Are you regretting your prompt already? I'm still gonna do like cute eyes instead of like super realistic ones. Let me do the lashes. The lashes are super important. I'll be caught dead without lashes. What are you drawing? What my chat has requested. Here's the thing about this particular stream. My chat is to blame for anything that you see. You cannot blame me. I didn't come up with this idea, okay? My chat had free reign to request things at the beginning of the stream, and this is what they asked for. This is what they wanted. So, you know who to blame. You know who to blame. There we are, guys. Request number 1 done. Dan, did I say hello to you today? Welcome, welcome, hi. I don't know what to say to Ellie's not a material girl, she's a digital girl. Yeah, exactly. It was nice that you started with the reverse lamia. I did too, but I already finished. Oh, you're drawing with me? Right! Oh, I always get so excited to see your board at the end. I relate to that so much. I only wish that people would listen because people love giving me jewelry. Like, what am I going to do with the 10th watch or another chain? Yeah, I mean, if you say it enough, people eventually start paying attention to what you say. Particularly, here's the thing. There are people who never know what to gift, right? And those people will always appreciate having a little list. With my family, I have managed to, my sister and me have managed to get everyone used to the idea because we really love not having to think about what other people want, and we really love getting exactly what we want. Anyways, let me move this 3 rice tall ruler. We're gonna move it here, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and draw our tiny Ellie here. And we're gonna have this level of detail, okay? We're not gonna have a lot of detail because I'm not allowed to go... If I really wanted to be 3 rises tall, I need it to be like this small. If I go into detail, I'll never... Okay, you know what? I will go into detail. I hate myself. I cannot control myself, but it's gonna be all pixelated. It's gonna be all pixelated because it's 3 rice tall. Okay. Which, you know, again, technically, the thing about being a lamia is that technically I'm as tall as I want to be. So wait, do I have to be like fully... Ooh, okay, wait. We're going back to no details. Because if I want to be fully 3 rises tall, it would have to be like... Like, very little tail support. I'm imagining scales where the toenails will be. Feel free to do so. How do I put a request in? Tell me what you want and I'll see if I can fit it in. But today, we're very full already. Crumpets, did I say hello to you today? Welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Violet, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Somehow I feel like Ellie did have the details on her reverse self. What do you mean? What do you mean? Now I'm imagining one of those evolution of man charts, but it's Ellie slowly evolving into the reverse lamia. That would be fun. Hashtag wood that leaves is crazy. See, I'm not doing details because if I added details, it would look like this, and then she just draws the whole thing for the next 5 minutes. No, I'm not drawing details because the whole point is that she's 3 rises tall. So if she's 3 rises tall, we do not have enough detail. That's the whole point of being 3 rises tall. It's pixelated. It's difficult to draw with this much pixelation. This is what we're doing. We are drawing the bare minimum details so that we can keep going on with the rest of the stream and get more than 2 requests in. I promised more than 2 requests, and I intend to keep that promise. I intend to keep the promise of as many requests as possible, of course, but... Okay, yeah, I can handle it at this size. Look at this. She's thriving, guys. She's thriving. She's living her best rice life. She's living her best rice life. She's doing what she can with the size she has. There's a gym. There's the shirt. This is a mess. There's the hair. Those 2 dots are the eyes. There's the little ears. And even the hair. There we go. 3 rice tall Ellie. Oh, she's so small. You could have just drawn yourself and then use the tool to rescale. But then what would be the point of that being 3 rice tall Ellie? I think the point of 3 rice tall Ellie is that she is drawn at the scale of 3 rice tall. I think that's the whole point. Because if anyone can resize anyone, I could always resize anything in an edit, but this is not an edit stream, is it? It's a drawing stream. So we take it as a challenge, and we draw 3 rice tall. I'm just strengthening the lines of the edges of shapes a little because it's very difficult to understand the shape from afar. I actually think this is kind of cute, guys. And maybe it is because you get to imagine the details. But look at that. That's cute. That's a cute little Ellie. So, that one. 3 rice tall. Done. Next. We're gonna actually do the Lena. God save me. That's like 7.65 rices tall. No, that's 3. Look, 3 grains of rice. That's 3 rice tall. Tide Trooper, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. It's been a while. How have you been? Let me do the Broadway version. I want the Broadway version. Glinda Broadway. I will stand by my Broadway Glinda. For sure. Okay. We're going to grab that as a reference. And I'm gonna suffer. Let's suffer! Just look at the reverse Ellie size. Well, they're not all sized together, obviously. They're not to scale. Hot water vapor and message. Oh! Again? Wait, again? Do lamias measure height from tail tip to scalp or from the big tail band to the sit onto the scalp? Well, if you were saying long, it's different than if you were saying tall. What I'm saying when I say tall is like, what is the most, like the highest I can stand without it being tippy toes, you know? Elyssia, her length, not her height. Exactly, it's like different words, technically. You could have just drawn yourself and then use the tool. Can you draw the same snake human you just drew, but make the snake part fully horizontal with the legs standing in the middle? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me see if I understand what you just asked for. Are you saying... Are you saying this? Because this is, in my mind's eye, this is what I saw. Is this what you're saying? Like, sorry, wait. Sorry. I don't know if I'm understanding what you're saying, but I'm getting inspired. I'm getting so inspired. I was going to do something else, but then I read that and it was like... Fully horizontal. Like this? This is so stupid. This is so dumb. Sorry, is this what you meant? Or am I failing to see your vision? Not quite. I'm not seeing your vision. I am not seeing your vision there. Draw a normal snake flat on the ground and draw human legs in the middle. Look at me like you think your life is a pain in the neck. Have you ever seen one of those photoshops of a fish with human legs? That's what I had in mind. Let me look for that right now. Fuck Lena with, I know. I want to draw Lena, but she's a pain to draw. You know that I'm gonna procrastinate it. Photoshop fish with legs. Oh no, that's all of that is AI. I said Photoshop! What is your problem? Been doing fine, thank you for asking. I'm glad to hear that. Tie Trooper. Fish with human legs. Fish with human legs. Photoshop. I'm assuming... Okay. I found one. I'm assuming you mean something like this. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna keep the legs. The legs was the thing that was the hardest to draw. So we're gonna keep the legs. And we're just going to do a snake. Which, again, I do kind of want to make it... We do have to add at least a little bit of a tail going towards the back if it's gonna be like a full snake. Do I want it to face the front? I think I want it to face the front. I think I wanted to face the front like this. We're gonna give her lashes. Of course. We're gonna make the little tongue. Yeah. Leo, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Welcome to this. Whatever the hell this is. Welcome to this enlightened art stream. There we go. And now we move it. And now we put it here. And then, boom, profit. Those are two disconnected things. How do I, what if I, what if this is the belt, guys? What if I'm insane? What if this has gone too far? What has science done? I think science has gone too far, guys. Oh, I don't know how to tie this in. Do drugs? Somehow it feels disconnected. It is disconnected. Look at this. It's disconnected. I regret wasting my membership message for a joke you totally ignored. What? Wait, what? Where? My thing isn't updating properly. Wait, Nix, you sent a thing. You sent a thing. Thank you so much for the membership gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Nix. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What message. Be patient. Elyssia Nikos is a new streamer. She will learn the ropes eventually. Shut up! Quick question. How do you feel about commissions? As in me doing commissions? Or what? I don't have time to do commissions. That's the thing. I would like to open commissions theoretically, but like, ooh. Chicken and hot water vapor. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Sorry. Let me check it. Let me check it. Sorry, because I will forget again. Because I'm lost in the sauce of joy. Oh my god. Enjoy your gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gifts. That means the world to me. That means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for very real. Where was I? Wait, I'm trying to read all the messages. The style reminds me of which comics? Good. It's one of my influences. Remember the Delta Room fight with variations of You're Taking Too Long? One of them was just You're Long. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Can I modify the current request? Yeah. This is yours, so go for it. Oh, but you may have asked that at some other different point. Are you going your prompt yet? Lydia didn't hear her, too busy scrolling through his list of commissionable artists. Don't rat me, that's but I was just talking to you to commission this. Why? Why would you do that? So no arms? Well, no. The top is a snake. How would it have arms? It's got the whole chat feeling uncomfortable. I mean, not me. You cannot blame this on me. This is not on me. Ellie tries to explain why she won't add details, ends up convincing herself to add details. Happens every single time. Every single time. I do have a sketch request, if not full. Perhaps you could do Ellie holding daggers with her hands and tail. I probably will not make it to that. Look at the time. There is no way I'm going to do that. Violet, welcome to the memberships. Tetrapper, welcome to the memberships. Vigorous Springle, welcome to the memberships. Dag Doro, welcome to the memberships. The coolest Siren ever, welcome to the memberships. Lena suspecting you of drawing on her face when she was sleeping. That, it's in Tomodachi Life, right? Have you ever seen one of the Photoshops? Blah, blah, blah. I figured the hair would be a nightmare. I did not consider the dress would be just as the hair, but worse. Nah, the dress is fine. The dress is fine. Imagine you're lost in the jungle. You hear footsteps behind you, hoping it's a person, and you're saved only to see this evolved snake jogging full sprint at you. Oh! You're keeping the legs facing straight forward. That's the reason! Okay. That's how we fix it. That's how we fix it. We do this. We do this. I still don't know how to draw feet, guys. Feet are still very difficult. Okay, wait. There's a ball. There's a triangle. There's a triangle. Where's the ball? Oh, and you know what? This is the problem as well. We want this to be realistic. And to be like falling. Oh, but they look this. Okay. 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 Are you seeing messages out of order? I was trying to catch up with everything that was said before. Nobody made you put those lashes on there. You just did that. I know. It's already been an hour. You just defeat it, Ellie. Just one step at a time. I am doing one step at a time, but it's too slow. It's too slow. One step at a time is too slow. Okay, that's a leg. That's fine. The thing is, because of the belly scales, it's like, what if the skirt had like a belt, right? A belt situation that ties to this skirt. I don't even know how you would make it make sense. And I think this needs to be falling to the ground for this to feel a bit more complete. At least stop, you need to move on! You are correct. I do need to move on. I do need to move on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna stop it here. We're gonna stop it here. Cleaning up the smallest bit. And move on to the goddamn Lena. And move on to the goddamn Lena. Okay. Here we go. That's the request. Oh god, what have we done? Okay. Lord, give me strength. We're gonna do a little like, oh, I'm doing magic sort of stance. Not that the legs matter because they're hidden, so I can do kind of like whatever. So legs are there. Then we're gonna have this. It's a long staff, right? So we can have it here-ish. Okay, yeah, that can work. Okay. That can work. We're gonna put the head a little taller so that we can have a proper neck. We're gonna have to redraw this entire torso because it's horrendous. All right. And I insist, the legs don't really matter. Because at the end of the day, they are going to be hidden. So I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this now. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna do... Gonna do this. And we're gonna deal with Glasses Face. We're gonna do Glasses Face, because who has the time for anything other than just Glasses Face? Sorry. You requested Lena. If you request Lena, you know that you're setting yourself up for Glasses Face. Okay. I can do this. I'm not scared. She says. Scared. Oh, what direction is this thing in? I don't remember. I think this is the direction. I think this is the direction. Listen, I'm not sure, and we are not gonna worry too much about it. We're not gonna worry too much about it. Who has the time? Who has the time to understand how to draw Lena? I don't. Not here, not today. Today we're doing what we can. Who's Lena? She's my best friend in all of VTubing. And I love her to bits. But as I've told her a billion times, I absolutely hate drawing her hair so much. I hate drawing her hair with a passion. And chat knows that. And they yet do this to me. On purpose, even. Okay, collarbones, shoulders. She still loves her friend and even draws her sometimes. I do love my friend. I just wish she was a little easier to draw. I wish it wasn't such a pain to draw, you know? We have that, the sleeves, the little corset. We're gonna draw the staff in a different layer. And this corset has like, ooh, like a little triangle of texture. There. All right, and that would be the hand, which is not drawn properly for the perspective, but do you think I have the time? But do you think I have the time? And then we're gonna draw the dress. Big poofy dress. Scale. Pattern. Which is less of a scale pattern and more of a flower situation, you know? Oh goddamn! I love Glinda's dress so much. Oh, so beautiful. Does she have a crown? Yes, she does. God damn, of course she has a crown! Why wouldn't she have a crown? Okay. Oh, what a celebration we'll have today. Thank goodness. Let's have a celebration the Glinda way. Thank goodness. I love you, my queen, but right now, every single detail you have on you is pain. Okay, it has like crosses, which are like kind of like flowers, you know? Come on, Ellie. You can do this. You can do this. You can finish this and move on to different... Is it behind her ears or is it in front of her ears? I'm gonna go in front of her ears, I guess. I guess it would make more sense for it to be in front of her ears. Do you have the time? I do not. I do not. I do not have the time. Thanks for asking. Okay, we're gonna have that, and we're gonna hide this. We're not gonna hide that. And now, here's the thing. This is the part that makes or breaks Alina, and it's the hair. Hand grabbing the scepter. Again, I do not think this is good anatomy, but right now, that's not something I can focus on. Right now, we are fighting for survival here. We are literally just trying to finish the request. Oh, it would be so much easier to do. Wait, it would be so much easier to do the movie version of the scepter. Sorry, the movie version of the scepter is a big bubble with a bunch of spikes. Which, I guess it's kind of icky. Okay, we're gonna do the Broadway version of the scepter, which is more flowery, and it makes sense because it's flowery, and so it makes, you know, it tracks with all the rest of our accessories. So it makes sense. We're gonna add a little bit of volume here. Okay, cool, cool. That's the scepter. And now we can delete that. And now I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna... And I'm gonna actually like do something with the glasses so that it doesn't look as bad. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna add the bridge of the glasses. So that it can actually feel like glasses. Oh, I love my dear friend Lena. 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 I love her. And I enjoy drawing her. I love drawing my friends so much. I love drawing my friends for sure. You're right, Ellie. No, internet mouse. No, thanks for asking. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hi. How are you? I will never understand how this girl can draw her hair in like 3 minutes flat. I'm already confused and I haven't even started drawing it. I haven't even started drawing it and I already don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know what to do here. And I technically still have the entire canvas ready to go. Can I salvage this by drawing eyes? Or will it make it worse? I think it kind of makes it worse, doesn't it? Well, not if I draw them properly, maybe. Maybe if I actually draw them properly, it salvages it a little more. Yeah, I think I kind of hate it. I definitely hate it, and we cannot flip it for the life of us. We cannot. Do not flip it for the life of. Oh, necklace. She also has a hugest necklace here. Okay, and then there's the rest of her curls, which we are insinuating those curls in concept. You guys know what her hair looked like. We're not gonna draw it. We're not gonna. You know what it looks like, right? You know what her hair looks like. So you can imagine it with me. You can imagine it. Be free. Actually, Shimi should send her a copy as a birthday gift. I will send her this with a sorry. Look, girl, I'm so sorry. That's what I'm gonna send her. I just keep trying to fix it because I do want the drawing to work. I do want it to work. It's so hard to make it work in so little time. I like one eye, I don't like the other. And I don't like this. This is whack. But I think this might be better. I think that might be better, and I think if I do this, it's gonna be better as well. Okay, that's it. That's good enough. Listen, that's fine. Is it good? No. Not even close. But it's Lina as Glinda, and you can thank me for it. You'll take this Lina as a Glinda, and you'll be happy. Okay? What time is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Leo's a human. Let's go. Leo's a human. I'm gonna start. Here's how we're gonna do it. Can I get a copy later? Yeah, you can get a copy later. It looks great. Stop doing that. I hate it. I actually hate it. Here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna draw Leo. Just straight up Leo, okay? We're gonna start by drawing Leo and not worrying about it. The head, obviously, just the head. No point in drawing the body if we're gonna have to change it right away, right? So first, we draw Leo normally, right? We draw the little tufts of hair. We draw the ears a little, knowing that they're going to get deleted later anyways. And most importantly, we draw the face. Now, coward? I'm not coward. Who's Leo? Leo is my mod who has a very distinctive avatar. Leo has posted himself as a human long time ago, if you remember that cursed art. No, of course I don't. Of course I don't. You drew yourself fully knowing you would delete half the model later. Exactly. Exactly. One of the channel mods does a lot of fun little comics for Ellie. Yeah, he draws comics a lot, and therefore, if you know, I'm assuming you do know other VTubers. If you know Takanashi Kiara from HoloLive, you may also have seen his stuff, because he also draws a lot for that fandom. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slowly start erasing bits that are dog-like, so we can start turning it into like a human feeling thing. So instead, for example, that nose has to go. It needs to be a human nose. This mouth, it could stay. It just needs the placement to be a little bit more, you know, and the angle to be a little bit more. The hair tufts obviously can stay, but maybe the ears, maybe the ears are hair? Maybe there's more hair like this tufts of hair here. Like maybe it's all spiky and shit. This is not helped by the fact that I don't know how to draw guys, obviously. Like, obviously that is part of the problem. I don't know how to draw guys. How do you stop drawing the hair of a guy? Like, when does the hair turn into face? With bangs? I hate this. I hate this. I actually hate this. Hydrate, thank you. He also makes games. That's true. That's true. Just show Leo as a cookie boy, then remove the cookie bits and replace them with human ones. You know what? That's not a terrible idea. I'm not gonna do it, but it's not a terrible idea. I'm committing. Okay. Listen. Little by little, if I keep erasing things and reshaping things, this is already looking a lot more like a human, right? This is already looking a lot more like a human. right. Now, I do have to figure out what the freak to do. You know what? I do want to have, like, the shape of the ears. The ears would be, like, here, right? So how about I give it the ears? And the hair stays, like, in the general shape of the ears. Comes out at the back, like that. That makes sense. That's like translating the ear feeling to the hair. I think it only makes sense. I do kind of need to figure this out. But maybe, like, that's enough? Okay, okay, I think it's kind of working a little. I think it's working well enough. What about the other side? We do the same thing. We do the same thing. We do the ear. And it's just hair. We do the ear, but it's hair. Like that. And then we draw eyebrows to make it more human. And then we do a body, which is going to be a chibi body, okay? Because I'm not gonna draw like a fully anatomically correct guy. Never done it. I wish I knew how to draw, like, someone crossing their arms. One of the most difficult things to draw. For real, for real. Thanks for not turning the dog ears into twin pigtails. I know that took restraint. It didn't actually. It just lent itself better to this. Nope. We're not translating the choker. You know what we are translating though? We're putting that little shuriken shape that you used to draw on your avatar. I don't know if you stopped drawing it or if I stopped drawing it, but I remember it. I remember it well. You used to have like a little shuriken shape. So... Okay, so we have a t-shirt situation here. And we have the problem of how do you draw... crossed arms. It's like genuinely one of the most difficult things to draw ever. If you're not looking at it for a reference, if you are looking for it as a reference as well. Okay, that's it. That's it. You guys kind of understand what's going on, and that's all that matters. You know what? I should have drawn a hospital gown. Should have drawn a hospital gown. That would have been human Leo for sure. And you know what? Let's do a little keychain here. A harpy keychain. That looks kind of like it could be the tail. But we all know it's a harpy. Okay, that's Leo. Listen, I don't have a lot of time. I sadly do not understand what's happening. You don't? He's crossing his arms and he's a chibi. This is sad. When does the hair turn into face? I can't prove it, but he has been drawn a lot of furry men on the side. Hell no. No matter what, it cannot be harder to draw than Lena. No, it's not. It really isn't. It genuinely isn't. Okay. Wow, I haven't been reading for a while. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna do a tiny little break here while I read the chat super fast, and then I'm gonna go for a new one. Okay. Can you erase the skirt and attach the legs to the side? Yes, because that would be fast. I did Mage Ellie doing counterspell. What was she moving on to next? Glinda the Good Witch Lena? Yes. I'm gonna do the Magic the Gathering next, because that has a strict reference. Lars look at your creation so far and goes, "Nuh-uh." Eh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Wait. Would it help before request Selena to draw herself bald in the next time she does an art stream and ask for ideas? Yes, it would. To have the idea of the scale of how hard it is to draw Lena. If you need to choose between drawing one Lena or 5 Leos, which one would you choose? 5 Leos! For sure! Drawing 20 Leos is easier than drawing one Lena? Absolutely. Ellie tries to convince herself to take the easy path. Also, Ellie convinces herself to take an even harder path somehow. You know me. I think drawing her hair is like working a controller. It's entirely by subconscious memory, and if she ever stopped to think about it, she would easily lose the ability to do it. She has not nearly a hard time as I do. I just remember the sadistic commissioner. I'll pay you 10,000 for a commission, but deliver it when you are satisfied with how it ends. Oof! So that would take years. Close his eyes. Wow, your drawing is really pretty. You were spot on with the hair. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's exactly how I want you to perceive that art. Any comment about your gifts? Could you expand on any? You're gonna have to give me until I have time to breathe for that, because right now I'm just trying to survive with doing many more requests. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly just change this, just because it's super quick. Just because it's super quick, we're gonna do this. And like this. Which is really freaking weird. But at least now it looks a little bit more like it belongs there. You know? Like, at least now it feels a bit more integrated. There we go. Okay, next. Next request. We did Leo. Fuck it. Tiny Ellie! Yes, Tiny Ellie, too small to pick up the pen. I really want to do that one. I really want to do that one. So we're gonna do it here. We're gonna do... We're gonna do a pen first for scale. I'm assuming we're doing a digital pen because that's what I use. So, drawing the buttons and stuff. And then drawing the top of the pen. Oh, this one is adorable. I love this concept. I love this concept so much. Does this work anatomy-wise? The more important thing is to figure out the anatomy of this. How does the request work here? At the beginning of the stream, I take all of the requests. And right now, I'm already not making it to all of these. So we are not taking any more. Like, I definitely feel like this has to be the angle I take. But... would the head be there? That's the good question. It's difficult to start with a different part of the anatomy than you normally do. You know? Like, it's difficult to figure out how it connects when you are used to connecting it from a different side. Like, okay, I know how the shoulder connects in this area, but not from this angle. Okay, from this angle it would be like this. So, the torso... So this would be the boobs. Because that's connecting there. Would this be the boobs? I think... Oh my god. This is... I kind of screwed myself up by starting with the arms. But at the same time, like, where else could I start, you know? Yeah, this is off. This is all off. Okay, let me start with the torso first and figure it out from here. Okay, this makes more sense to me. This makes more sense to me. This is making a lot more sense to me. Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes it easier to understand. The problem with this angle is that it would make it so that you practically cannot see the head. Though, of course, I don't know if that matters. Okay, I think that makes a bit more sense. All right. What if I just keep going with this one and I just move the pen later? I think that's my best bet. I think my best bet is to do this. Cool. This is armpit area, which, God, armpits are not a thing that I would know how to draw. Because I'm not the kind of person that's looking at armpits, you know? I think what I meant to do was to have the head looking down here. Wow, this request is challenging in a very educational way, because now I really want to go and like draw this for real. Now I really want to go and try to do this properly. Because I think it would teach me a lot about anatomy to try and do this. XD handle, if you didn't see my first time request, it was a Trevor Henderson cartoon cat. I didn't see it, but that's because I take the request at the beginning of the stream. So I couldn't see it, like, earlier. But welcome, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. Is this one taller than 3 Rise? Yes, yes, this one is definitely taller than 3 Rise. Screenshotting this for reference. I know what I'm asking Ellie to draw when she does a drawing stream again. Yeah, I shouldn't take too long to do this again because this is one of my favorite stream types to do art-wise. Okay. This is legitimately like a very difficult anatomy thing if you don't draw it on the regular. Like if you haven't drawn it before, it's like it's not something your brain thinks about at all whatsoever. I think it would be like here-ish. If you don't, like, if you haven't studied this specific configuration, like, you haven't thought about it. All right, we have the sleeves. We have some semblance of a face. We have some semblance of hair. Let's do the corset. I think this is whack, but genuinely will attempt it after the stream to learn the anatomy of a pose like this. It is such a unique pose that it will not come up again, but I would like to know how it's properly drawn. I would like to learn from this. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna leave this one. That's where I'm gonna leave this one. This one is just like... It wasn't, in the end, it wasn't as cute as I thought it would be. But it was very, very interesting to me. Very, very educational. Okay. Next. I can get one more in. I can get one more in. Magic. Counterspell. Counterspell Magic the Gathering. Look for a redhead. Look for a redhead. Redhead. I'm assuming you mean this one. I have to assume. Let me hide some things. I have to assume you're talking about this. And therefore, this should be fairly easy. Does he say blue deck? What have you done? What have I done with what? I guess it's more brown. I understand what you mean though when you say redhead. They're all gone. They're just hidden. They'll be back. Don't worry. I didn't delete them. They're all hidden. Okay. This is gonna work. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be fast, I promise. They died? No, they didn't. You're so dramatic. You're so dramatic, guys. This is the key, right? We want these eyebrows, right? That's what this is for, right? Can I just copy the fingers exactly? Okay, Ellie, calm down. By trying to make it fast, you're actually being slow. By trying to make it fast, you're actually being slower than you could be. So calm down. Calm down. Start this again. You know what you're doing. Start with the head. Don't worry, I know it looks like I wasted a bunch of time doing that. I promise it helped me get my bearings. I will now be able to do it faster. There. See? We're at the exact same spot we were before, but better. I'm gonna put my little fangs in there. As much as that's looking hideous. We're gonna add this, which is key. And we're gonna... Clyde, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hello. How are you doing? I'm gonna put the hair in place. We're gonna put some scales in place. All right, see, this is working. This is working. This is working better. I'm gonna put some ear in place. Then there's the okay. Then there's the torso, which will start, but it doesn't really matter because then comes the hand. Which we do this, 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 and this. And then we do the cuff. The sleeve. Some nail. Just a little bit of nail. Obviously, this finger is entirely wrong, and we scooch it back a little bit. And we don't worry too much about anything else, because this was the essence of it, wasn't it? This was the essence of what you wanted. You wanted counterspell. I gave you counterspell. Their clothes, corset. There we go. Okay. Woo! 59 minutes. Oh, oh, woo. How good are you at drawing the Uno reverse card? Not great. I've drawn it once, I think. Sorry, my evil plan went to fruition. Clips now. Do that an emote for Discord? No, I will not be doing this as an emote for Discord. Why would I do this as an emote for Discord? Let's add more hair. Hair is always fun to add. There we go. Okay, that was fast. That was fast. I know that we ran out of time, but I want to do one more because I actually really liked it and I don't want to see it go. Oh, this one is also good. But no, this is the one that I also wanted to do. I also really wanted to do that one. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like TV proportions, sort of. And I'm gonna do... something like this. Give me a second. Because I do think this could be really cute. I'm gonna be pressuring myself for time. I'm gonna be pressuring myself for time to do it well, but I do think this could be really cute. Yeah, okay. Look at this. Look at this intimidating cute. Already. Like, it's going in a cute direction. Now I just need to polish it fast. Okay. Because it did say small Ellie. Sheriff Pumpkin, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Alright, gotta go. Thanks for the stream. No! I was doing yours! Well, you'll see it later. You'll see it. You'll see it, promise. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for the request. Thank you for the request. Okay. Look, guys, I think this is cute, okay? And I wanted to do it. With like a staff here. And like some sort of a gemstone situation so that it looks magic-y and stuff. Right? Like a floating gem sort of deal. We will never stop you from streaming more. Yeah, I know. And then... like... the hand being outstretched, like really excited. And instead of doing my normal clothes, let's do some sort of like wizard robe thing. Let's do my choker for sure. My gemstone. But then also like a dress with with like this hanging sleeves. Like a little flowy fabric situation here. That's mage-like, right? It's kind of mage-like. And a tunic with some wrappings in the waist. And several layers of flowy fabric over here. And she's making whoosh noises. She's making like whoosh. We go. Okay, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. By the way, Lee, you're the only one who picks stuff on the Discord. We have 2 swords to access, 3 spears, and 3 bows. Only you're a mage. I know. All of you are dumb, refusing magic, the most powerful thing of all. Crazy. Whoosh. There we go. That's the last request I had. That one came out so much easier than literally anything else. But Ellie, you didn't pick magic. You picked a staff, a stick. I said, assuming that it is magic. If not, I was gonna pick something else. But they said, I said assuming it's magic, and then the answer was yes, it's magic. So there you go. It was magic. I'm also gonna add some gold here. Some sort of like detailing. The thing that makes it more magic feeling. What kind of mage? I don't know. What makes me the least dangerous to the rest of my party? What makes me the least dangerous to the rest of my party? Okay, and with that, we definitely have that other request granted. Small Mage Ellie from General. And looking at the time, I really do not have time to do any more. But these are all the things that we did today. These are all the things that we did. Let me bring them all back. I will adjust them all to fit in the same... to fit better later, as I normally do. Oh, that only needs a lot more clothes, actually. This Ellie with the pen needs a lot more clothes. Oh! Made her bald. There we go. Then this could go here. This could go here. We have a counter spell. We have... I kind of don't want to resize them all yet, because I know that when I do the final thing, I'm gonna need to resize them quite a bit. Sheesh. Difficult to fit a lot of things in here. Let me move this here, and the Polaroid here. Okay, that significantly improves the situation. Okay, there we go. That's the board for today. That is the board for today. We are going to stop here and go to the chat-in section. Fantastic board. Very, there's not a lot of drawings, like not a lot got done in number, but there's certain things here that are very complex, Lena. So we take it. We take it. So let's put down the pen for now. I may tinker with them a little bit more after. You know me. You definitely know that I will probably want to. But let's see what else you guys have been saying that I haven't been reading. Delphine, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Can I make an advance one for a future stream? Doesn't have to be today, just in case we do another stream. Why am I so lazy? The thing is that I'm not going to keep the same request for the next stream. Every stream I start with a new board and a new set of requests. But the stream is open for several hours before the requests stream start. So you can always write them in the waiting room. I'm screen sharing this for reference. Is it a surprise that we'll only know once I put it in the pre-chat for her stream or during the beginning? Yeah, you can do it in the pre-chat, Internet Mouse, because that I always write down anything I see in the pre-chat when the board starts. I sometimes forget people are into armpits and my life is better in those moments. It's not the kind of thing I pay attention to, so it's really difficult to understand how to draw one from the angle that I was trying to draw it from. If that makes sense. This one makes herself feel better about struggling to lift the pen by making for the three rices Ellie by making fun of the three rices Ellie for being tiny. That's so mean. Why would anyone do that? I wouldn't make fun of a tiny Ellie. I would just think she's adorable. I'm now invested in Cartoon Cat again, not sure why. I don't know why either. I don't know who that Cartoon Cat is. Do you ever get to restudy things to refresh your understanding of them? Yeah, obviously. If I need to, I will always like go back to references. As an artist, I have a shit ton of references saved up. It's just that there are specific things, like this specific angle, that I had never even considered, you know? So I don't even have references. Thanks for the awesome vibes. Saj, I didn't get a chance to put something for today, but I hope you have fun with the stream. Good night. Goodbye, Internet Mouse. I know that you said that a billion hours ago. I'm so sorry that I'm only reading this now. But goodbye. I hope you had a good afternoon. Would like to know why the thing you can very clearly see in your head isn't coming out right. Yeah, I mean, it's because when you see it in your head, you're seeing it in a nebulous manner. You're changing, like... you can think of the whole thing, but you're not thinking of every single little detail. When you have to draw the little details, suddenly a lot of things can not make sense because in your head, you're not thinking of every single little detail. And in your head, it's not static. It keeps changing as you think of it. The nice thing about a drawing stream like this is it encourages you to think outside the box and practice different poses or angles you haven't done or thought of. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I was saying, like, now I'm interested in going and actually trying to do that pose with a reference so I know how to draw that properly. It's just really interesting and it's a good challenge. This is gonna be the thumbnail for the future art streams. I mean, you mean fully drawing this out? If hair is slowing you down, I'm picturing a pretty fitting wizard hat. No, the hair was never drawing me down. I guess you should have clarified wizard hat because I didn't even consider it. To me, it's more like a witch thing to have the hat. My evil plan went to fruition? Huh? Okay, let me check that. What kind of clip? What plan? What are you saying? Oh my god! Oh my god, no! Why would you tag her in that clip? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I now will have to explain stuff to her. It's amazing. Thank you, Ellie. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy. Haha, I eat glass. I'm a worm. Very funny, guys. However, Ellie blast. Whoosh. And then she catches fire. I could see that. You have all the time in the world left. No, I normally keep my streams at around this amount of time or a little longer, like 20 minutes longer, stuff like that. At least a streamer version of that No Man's Sky's Dave apology for adding yet more free content. I'm apologizing because I didn't get to all of the requests. That's what I'm mad at. By the way, Ellie, you are the only one who speaks stuff on the Discord. I read that one. Okay. Clips. Also, thoughts on the 2 waves of gifts and forgot the 3rd one. What do you mean the 3rd one? The 3 one. Eh? So, the thought on the gifts. Thank you so very much. The first thing, there's one of those things that you gifted me that is a software for VTubing, for making it easier. Not just easier, but better. And I'm really excited that you got me that because, like, I really want to see just how more immersive it can make the experience of like VTubing. I don't know exactly how much I can play with it with my current model because at the end of the day there's a lot of things and there's a lot of software that I'm limited because of my model being old and like coming out way before a lot of advancements in VTuber models and stuff. But this should make a couple of things really good. And then you gifted me a game that I wanted to play for so long. And you gifted me Thronefall, which I've wanted to play for so long. The demo was so good when I played it back years ago. And I still remember how much I enjoyed it. And then Neva is by the team that made one of my absolute favorite games of all time. So I'm really excited. Thank you. And thank you, of course, Nix, for the membership gifts. And thank you, Lydia, for the gifts. How do we know that you're the magical one and that the staff isn't the magic one? What if it's an enchanted staff so to serve a cup of tea once a day? I would take any amount of magic. I would take tea once a day magically. You don't understand how much I love the idea of wizards and witches and sorcerers. I just love them. I don't know, man. They just there's a specific vibe to them. There's a specific, like, thing. And, like, I'm not a stranger to mana, okay? I'm not a stranger to doing a magical thing, but there's a vibe to witches and wizards and sorcerers. It's a vibe. Don't worry, you can call the explosives. We throw your spells as you wave your stick around and say whoosh. Yeah, I saw those comments. You think I wouldn't have magic? Leo specifically said that it was magic. It's not OP in the sense that you cannot cast turn blood into water to insta-kill someone or control skeleton on someone alive to control them. You can still cast a fireball though. You're all dead. We are all dead. Guys, Leo says that I can still throw fireballs. We are dying. Me included. Pacifist healer with the staff, definitely a druid. Matches your shape-shifting too. I mean, I could be the healer. I would be fine with that. I vibe. Elyssia time mate, she turns a 2-hour stream into a 3-hour stream. Where does the extra hour come from? Magic. True. True, true, true. Amazing board, really majestic and whimsical. I do feel like I got stuck in a few of those and I could have finished some more requests. I could have done one more at least if I hadn't gotten so stuck in certain things, I'm pretty sure. So many lovely drawings. You did amazing, Ellie. Really love getting to see you make them all. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you had fun. So good stuff, and compared to your old boards, just as many pieces, but a lot more detailed. You think so? I think I used to do more. I think the first few were, I had a lot more drawings per stream, but I think it was less detailed requests, maybe? After not that much searching, I finally found something close enough to what I think I would be, so I'll probably stick with this profile picture. I'm definitely not coping. Wait, what had you requested? Because I wasn't missing. I wasn't missing anything that wasn't me. Ellie, Power Ranger Ellie, 2000s magazine Ellie. Oh, I wish I had done that one. Oh, I'm sad that I didn't get to do that one. Let me still Google it. I want to see what my first result would have been. Mid 2000s magazine cover. That's a couple. I would not have been able to do that one because it's a couple. I would have done like the third one. Maybe even the first one. As an Argentinian, Ellie can't think of any cartoon cats. I can think of one, but I don't want to. I am in my own room with 2 PCs is funny. The PC I have Krita on is on the other side, so I'm walking back and forth to look at the stream. Why do you have 2 different PCs in 2 different sides of the room? I'm confused. Let me look at the board, at your board. Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! Oh, I love so many of these things. I love so many of the tiny Ellie inspired. The tiny Ellie with the pen, super inspired. The snake with legs, scary. The 3-ray stall. The 3-ray stall Ellie is just the pen one. But scaled down. And then, wow, that mage Ellie. What is that mage Ellie? What is that? The gleam. I just saw that the gleam though. Really catches his attitude. Damn! I love seeing your boards at the end of these streams. Holy shit, that's so good. That is so good. How much do you know about Fire Emblem? I know that it makes people sad, and I know that it's like it makes people really attached to characters. And that is a strategy game, but once you get attached to the characters, you're going to have to see them die, no matter what, because you cannot have everyone survive. That's what I know. A wizard with no hat is either extremely attractive and wants everyone to know it, or isn't trustworthy. I disagree. I was going to say witch, but why gender it? It's the same hat, just different color pattern conventions. I feel like it's a different vibe. I think it's about vibes. Ellie finally saw the clip. Poor Lena. You're trying to get me in trouble. You're trying to get me in trouble. Why are you trying to get me in trouble? Oh no, what a curse. You'll have to talk to your friend Lena. I don't want her to think that I was saying mean stuff about her. Sorceress Boo? I love sorcerers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I love sorcerers. Ender is here. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. I think you would have magic, but believe that you have a completely different kind of magic and spend the whole battle trying to cast that. That hits a little close to home, because that has happened to me in several video games. It's not a hypothetical. That happens to me in video games. I believe it. One of my parents fucked a magical creature, so I can do magic. And so what? You sound like you're jealous. You sound like you're jealous of sorcerers for being peak. You sound like you're jelly, jelly, jelly. Everyone gathers around for the group photo, at least seconds before casting fireball. I want to believe that I would actually be able to take a photo without killing everyone. Do not let her be the healer, guys. Matter of fact, keep her out of the field. That might be safer for everyone, sadly. I don't want to be outside of the battlefield. I would like to help, but realistically, it might be a good choice. The problem is that druids are wisdom-based. For example, they are excellent at keeping their cool and noticing things. Hey, I have a lot of wisdom. I don't have any skill allocated to perception, and I have some sort of feat that makes my perception negative. But I have a lot of wisdom. For when you get here, Hydrate Tech, thank you. Just in case, I love the stream. I always like your art streams. Oh, thank you. Wait, that actually makes me feel good, because I always feel the most nervous in our streams because of the whole performance anxiety. I don't have performance anxiety where the performance is like just talking, trying to crack jokes at whatever game I'm playing, you know, trying to be entertaining from my voice and my expressivity, or reacting to things, or talking about things, or explaining things. Those are places where I am perfectly fine with performing. But when it comes to my art or my singing, things that I like, hard skills that I value a lot and that I don't feel good at in the levels that I want to be. It's not that I don't feel I'm any good, but I'm so leagues far away from what I want to be that that's what's on my mind the entire time that I'm drawing or singing. Like, I'm thinking of how much better I wish I was. So I'm trying to be my absolute best to give you guys not just entertainment, but like a good showcase of skill, you know? So I always get a lot in my head, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy it, even when I feel like you deserve better. Like you deserve the skill showcase to be better. let's be strict with my words. Like, you deserve to see even cooler art. Better art. Don't worry, Ellie, we will be counterspelling your fireballs. There is precedent for this now. Thank you. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate the counterspells. The third thing, the counterspell art could pass as an Hello Ellie emote, but we don't have space for more emotes on the Discord. And I don't want to have space for more emotes on the Discord because I don't trust Discord anymore and I don't think it should get any money. After the whole ID thing, I don't trust them. I was going to request you to do what would be essentially an OC, and in the other stream I watched you said no OCs. Ah! Yeah, the thing about no OCs is that designing something on a stream where I'm trying to get to as many requests as possible doesn't allow for me to actually, like, focus on designing or do the actual process of designing in a way that I would want to do it. And I respect the process of designing a character too much to just do whatever in the moment and not be able to think about it or process it properly. I really love designing characters. And I don't want to do it like half-assed. You know what I mean? We know that the real spell that Ellie's staff can cast is Meteor Swarm, true. I looked right at it and it still went over my head. The rock thing in the staff, yeah. I have a bias against Fire Emblem. I don't know much about Fire Emblem. Perception, skills, and wisdom, not mine. I have some sort of a feat that turns it into the negatives. And that's my explanation. Ellie pumped half her points into wisdom and half into charisma. Unfortunately, lamias have a big malice to wisdom. I don't think it's the wisdom. I think it's a skill negative thing. I trust you so much that I trusted you to make my very first OC, Ellie. Me who always finds any loophole or thing to complain. And you might still complain when I finally do it. And you might still complain about things. Your art could be hanging in a museum and you would still be apologizing. Kind of. Kind of. Yeah, a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. I do, if I look at any of my art for too long, I do still find things that I wish I could fix. And you all know that I'm being truthful when I say that. Are you kidding me? This stream was so fun. Then again, all your streams are fun. Oh, shush. I don't know if I've ever said this, but you are the only streamer that I actually like watching live with other people. They get the third screen in the far distance as I pay some attention to the VODs. That's an honor. I'm very honored that you say that. As someone who does a lot of lurking and who does a lot of watching VODs, it means a lot to be like someone who can break that pattern for someone else. Not that it's important, not that it's a necessary thing, but it does mean that I'm providing something special, and that's what I aim to do. So that means a lot that you feel that way, because that means I'm achieving what I set out to do. At least the only mage to take Meteor Storm as a cantrip. You're saying I'm that powerful as a sorcerer? Oh my god. Ellie can cast Warm Rain. That's not even a spell. There's a loophole when the OC is your established avatar and simple enough. Yeah, if you already have an OC and it's simple, I will be able to draw it fast, you know? Could you please draw Ivan from Alien Stage? Ooh, great request, but we've already finished with the drawings today. Great request though. I do suck at drawing men, so he would look even more feminine than the most feminine Ivan that you've ever seen in fan art. But yeah, that would be a great request. Keep trying to get her to understand that everything else is background listening material, and I'm certainly not paying for any membership when you understand. That's so smart, especially when it's just a circle simple enough that even I could do. I mean, Vorador has become one of the most drawn members of my community because Trapinch is basically a circle. Trapinch is basically a circle with some zigzags. So it has worked. It has certainly worked for Vorador. That being said, Vorador, your profile picture in the streams is something else. It's something entirely different. And I have no idea what it is. But because it's orange, I still get to think of it as a trapinch somehow. Like, barely. Like, it's vaguely trapinch to me just because there's a lot of orange in that profile picture. Don't need to know what it is. I do not need to know what it is. I should remember that 4 comma that Leo did for the last Terraria stream. The one about the credits? The one about me being dead when the credits were rolling? Is that what happened? I'm struggling to remember the details, but I think that's what happened, right? Like, the credits rolled and I was fucking dead in pieces. It works? Good. I will continue thinking of you as a trapinch until the heat death of the universe. That's the expression, right? Why am I thinking cold? Why am I thinking there's something about cold in there? The expression is the heat death of the universe. Hydrate? I will hydrate. Thank you so much for the reminder. Yes, it is. Okay, so it is the heat death of the universe. That's the expression. Why am I thinking cold? Because it is cold? Yeah, I guess. But why does it sound like it should have the word cold in there? Clearly it can't. The heat death of the universe means it gets cold everywhere. But is that why I'm thinking of the word cold? But it's called heat death. I don't know, my brain's weird. The heat cold of the Annie death. I've had strokes that sounded like that on stream live. It has happened. I have sounded like that unironically. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow we have draft line. We're gonna start the second run. Oh my god. What will happen? My prediction is that I managed to make it in 2 streams instead of 4. And then, if I need to reach Ascension 7 or 9 or something like that for the good ending, then I will probably try to play it off stream until the last possible run. I definitely feel like I could do it in 2 streams the next run because we are gonna have a lot of repeat dialogue. Maybe 3. Oh fuck no, I'm gonna start a D&D campaign on Fridays and forgot it's Strapline Day. Oh no. Well, listen. The VOD's always gonna be there. And D&D campaigns are so precious. Being able to coordinate to actually play is so precious. That's definitely more valuable than being here live when you can watch the VOD. Because I don't want you to miss out on the experience of playing a D&D campaign if you manage to schedule it out. I know how difficult it is to actually get everyone to schedule together, you know, and to actually be able to play. I've been trying to do a simple one shot with a group that I really enjoyed playing with years ago, and it's been 2 years of saying, hey, let's set this date, and then that date falls through. Let's say this other date, and then that date falls through. It's been happening over and over, so it's so difficult. You need to value that. Tomorrow is child kidnapping time. Yippee! You're more precious than a D&D schedule, but the D&D schedule is so hard to attain. The Ellie is here 4 times a week or 3 times a week. The Ellie is gonna continue to be here 3 times a week. You don't need to worry about that. But you cannot say the same for D&D scheduling. I've been actively lobbying for years in my playgroup to hold sessions on Wednesdays or the weekend for unspecified reasons. Hey, I'm glad you're saying that you have an active group though. That sounds great. So you can understand how precious you are to us. But Ellie is here 3 times a week minimum. So you don't need to worry about it. So it's much more valuable at the end of the day to be able to coordinate with an entire stream D&D group. But yeah, guys, looking at the time, we have had about half an hour of wrap-up chat. And we are at the bottom of the stream, so I'm going to be leaving now, but be ready tomorrow, if you don't have a D&D group, to kidnap a new child. Seriously, don't worry about it. The D&D group is so hard to coordinate. Seeing people who play on Monday tabletop games. Oh, really? That's nice. That's nice you have such a consistent group. The L is going to continue to be here. PC triggers is all self-destruct countdown. You don't need to worry about it. The countdown jumped ahead by half. Stop jinxing me! But anyways, have a great rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you when I see you. And thank you again for everything. Thank you for the company. Thank you for the requests. I wonder how will the new child be named, Paprika? What happened to the last child? I was out-kidnapped by a different kidnapper. Thank you, Chocobo, for drawing the art, or Nami, as I should call you. It's just that in the moment I read your name and it's like so much easier to just say Chocobo. Thank you for the drawing. Thank you, Nix, for the memberships. Thank you, Lytia, for the dono and for the gifts on Steam. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see ya later. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Try to eat nutritiously and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours. And most important of all, be kind to yourself and to others. Okay? Take care, my snake shifters. Bye bye.